I usually start my presentation by asking, and this is not it's not a question to shame you, but I'm going somewhere with it. So, how many are married in the house? Hands up if you're married. Yeah. No, there's a reason why I'm going. Just be proud of being married. Like, if you're married in the house, okay. How many are currently with their spouses here today? Right? So there's a reason why I'm asking that. My name is Sandra Olwal. I'm the CEO of Kikapu Afrique. I have a business with my husband called Imara Captures where we do the 360 videos. And then I also have a company called Tan and True, and I'm a financial consultant. So before I speak, most people wonder, like most Kenyans, we are crazy about paperwork and your qualifications. So yes, I have an MSc Finance from Salford University. I have an MBA. I am CPA certified, CFA. And I am a certified financial specialist, so I can give financial advice. I don't do it for free. I do it at a cost. I also file taxes. I am certified to do that. I have a CPA. So I am speaking here because I am certified too. So this is just not, it's good to get that out of the way, right? If you have the papers, like I worked for them, I earned every single one of them, so yes. Next thing, Next thing I want to talk about is a research was done recently about women and finance. Why am I here today? And they asked about maybe 1 million women why they don't invest. The results are going to surprise you. So, 6%, let's start with the list. 6% said that they just pay someone else to invest in them. They don't care where the money goes. So you could be, especially if you live in US, we have Fidelity, Morgan. 6% of the women were like, we don't just want to invest on our own, we pay someone to do it, just 6%. And then 13% say they don't invest because they are afraid to lose money. So today I'm here to demystify that part. Why are they afraid to lose money? Because they might lose money, right? Investments are not guaranteed. Yes, you can invest in anything, but it's never guaranteed. But why is that just a myth? This is a myth because most of us, especially Kenyans, and I'm sorry to say this, we don't take time to educate ourselves in our investments. How do we invest money? My friend, I don't want to mention this company, but say, let's give it a very random name. Let's say this company is called Kikapu. Let's use mine. My friend bought shares in Kikapu, she made 1 million. So what are we all doing? We're all jumping into Kikapu. We don't have any education, we are not doing any, we are just buying or investing because someone else has told us to. Or we just go with the wave. We don't sit back and do our homework, do our due diligence. We don't do any research, we just jump into investment. So the 13% of women who are scared is because they have lost money or they have had people losing money, they've not done their due diligence. So that is why they lose money. But my point is, if you take your time to invest, you can make money. So investments are not bad. But yes, you can be afraid because you see people losing money, which is one thing which women do. This is technology and my phone logging on and off. So the second session, so out of the women who do not invest, 32% said, well, I just don't have enough money to invest. All right, so we all live in the US. Do you think every month, as you're seated here, you could afford $200, say, to invest? Is that reasonable? Or let's break it down. Let's say $100. Do you think you can invest $100 every month? All right, so I'm going to challenge you guys. I work at Amazon. I've been at Amazon for 10 years. Random guess, if you invest in the stock market, how much do you think the stock of Amazon was in 2050? How much was the stock? Just give me a random figure. Yeah. 74. It was about $375. And let me tell you how much it is right now. This is before the split, because we split it into 10 times. So right now, 195, it could be about $6,000 or $7,000. Meaning, if you had $300 10 years ago and just bought one stock, today you'd be having about 8,000 from just that one. So we can't say that we don't want to invest because we don't have money. If you truly don't have money to invest, then what you need to do is you need to take a step back, look at your lifestyle, and figure out how can I cut my expenses to leave extra money for me to invest. And if that's not viable, then what do? Get a side hustle, right? You can drive Uber, like whatever it is that you need to do to get some money for you to make an investment. So that is also not a viable excuse for not investing, and that was 32%. The biggest percentage was 49%. So 49% said that they don't think they have any idea of how to invest. And I think most of us fall in that bracket. A lot of us just don't know where to start. But why is that also a myth? That is a myth because right now, we all have time, right? We just need to be willing and able to learn how to invest. How many have heard of ChatGPT? I'm sure every single one of us, right? Who today has watched their Facebook, and some of you I saw you on Facebook City. Who has watched a reel? Or who has watched a Facebook story? Or who has logged into the internet? We all have today at some point wasted time looking at something that did not add value to us. What if you spent 15 minutes every day? My commute a day is 40 minutes. So what if you spent, while you're driving, because most of us who are seated in this room, we all drive cars that have Bluetooth. So you can connect Bluetooth to your car while driving to work. What if you just took that time as you're commuting to work to listen to a TED Talk? How to invest money, how to buy stocks, how to invest in real estate. What if we spent that time to educate ourselves on investments as opposed to what we're doing? So we can't, the 49% who say they don't have an idea about investing, that's also an excuse. It's a myth. They don't have an idea because they don't want to take time to do it. Right now we have books online. You can get Amazon Kindle for free. You can have a free subscription. Like we all have the opportunity to get the knowledge. YouTube has tons of free knowledge. Some of these influencers on social media, Instagram, tons of free knowledge. Now they share even reels, like you can watch a 2-minute reel of people who are giving you valuable information about investing. So we can't say, I don't know where to start. We don't know where to start because we are not willing to learn, right? So if we take your commute home is the easiest. Or when the next time you're on Facebook, just Google, search how to make $100 tomorrow. And watch that reel, watch that Instagram. Educate yourself so that you can know how to invest. Why am I passionate about women in finance? So I told you about all these women who had excuses as to why they don't invest. Only 6% were investing, but it was letting other people invest for them. Out of all those women sitting here, like not sitting here, but who are asked for that survey, 34% of them say they invest because their husbands encourage them to. And 24% say they invest because their parents encourage them to. So for the men who are sitting in this room, you have a role to play, right? For the longest time, and I know I'm speaking as a Kenyan, we grew up in Kenya where the men were the breadwinners for the longest time, and women were just the homemakers. So the men took all the responsibility of the financial burden, and so the women have just been sneaking, under the radar. Women have money. They have money. To all the men who are sitting here, your wife has money. Your sister has money. Your girlfriend has money. Like, women have money. And more often than not, the reason even why they fall into all these expensive scams, and they can't even tell their significant others because they lost so much money that you didn't even know they had. So they can't tell you about the loss. They'll just close their eyes and cry on Facebook or Instagram. But the truth is, women have just sneaked under the radar. They are great savers. They have money. Do not despise these Chams. We have money. But we don't have the knowledge to invest. And we need the help from the men who are sitting here to support us. So I'd encourage the men, let's talk about financial decisions. Let's involve women in making this decision. Rumor has it, because I'm married, couples who talk about their finances and make financial decisions together are generally successful, right? So let's involve them. Let's bring them in. They have money. They have money. They don't know what to do with it. So whenever these scams that look good, because because they are not educated and they're just seeing all these percentages, they make wrong investments. Other than you would have sat down together, shared the knowledge, and made great investments together and succeeded together, versus her losing X amount of money that she can't talk to you about because she's just not knowledgeable. So my encouragement is, as for women, let's, all these excuses that were the top four, they're not real excuses. We can educate ourselves, we can make money, and we can invest together.